Hello, thank you for tuning in to the Katy Sissine show, addressing the indoctrination of the nation. Now, today gets a little crazy. It's Freaky Friday. So we're going to talk about something that is super scary. And that is the Denver International Airport and all the conspiracy surrounding the airport. So to get us started off, I want to show a nice creepy little video with creepy music in the background that pretty much gives you the gist of what's going on. And then together, we will take an in-depth look at the whole picture.
Any traveler to Denver Airport, Colorado, is in for a scary experience. This airport has been the subject of many questions due to the unexplainable symbols, images, and stories that have surfaced. Denver Airport was built in 1995 on a span of 53 square miles. Even though Denver already had a functioning airport, a new one was decidedly built. This new airport had less runways and absolutely no new technological advancement. The only thing that this new airport has that the old one didn't is a strangely large amount of space. When looking at an aerial shot of the new airport, the layout has shocked many. Denver Airport's runways have been situated in such a way that resembles a Nazi swastika. Not only has the shape of Denver Airport been called to question, but also what is located inside. But who is in charge of all the weird nuances at this airport? The general consensus is that it is the New World Order. But who are the New World Order? Well, they are an elite group of individuals that include many of the world's wealthiest people, such as well-known political leaders and those related to the British Crown. But their main goal is to create one united world government that has no regional boundaries. But this would only be possible in one way, and that is to commit a mass genocide and narrow down the world's population to 2 billion people. Their reasoning.
So, as you can see, this is New World Order skepticism here. And it's a very intriguing video to watch. It's very interesting. And I highly recommend watching it and asking yourself what you think about it and doing your own independent research, of course. And I myself have a lot of research still to do on this topic. And I've seen this video, I don't even know how many times. I knew about it when it first came out, and it just absolutely shocked me because you can't deny what's there. I mean, of course we can say that, oh, it's just coincidence, or oh, it's just interesting art, or you know, about all these things we're about to talk about. But at the same time, you still wonder. And everybody that I've shown it to has found it to be very, very odd and has thought and sided with me that there must be something going on. So the New World Order skepticism video on the Denver International Airport, also known as the DIA, it claims that Denver Airport was rebuilt for no reason. The only difference in the airport is that it is huge. It's twice the size of Manhattan. It sums to over 50,000 square miles in size. So that's enough room for millions of people to live. Well, at least 1 million. So of course it'd be crowded, but it's possible. That's a lot of people that could live down there. Now, in addition to that, there's also underground facilities. I mean, stories of underground facilities below the airport. And Fox did an investigation a while ago where they took down one of the reporters, and there wasn't really anything down there. So still, you wonder, what's the point? If they're not really doing anything with that, they maybe use it as storage only, I guess. But there are workers down there doing things that they're not allowed to talk about. So that sparked skepticism. It was rebuilt in '95, and aerial views of the runways resemble, let's take a look, swastika. So if you move, and you might say, oh, you know, that's not a swastika. Well, if you just, you know, tweak the lines a little bit, then you can see if you move that line on the bottom, on the bottom left line, if you just drag that down to the middle line, you have a perfect swastika. So let's remove that image. I don't like that image at all. So you have a perfect swastika if you just tweak and move that little line down one. Now, if they made it a perfect one, now that would just be two out there. But this resembles a swastika so overtly that if someone were to draw this on one of their papers, or an architect were to draw this out, or who designs these runways? I don't know. So whoever designs the runway, they drew it out on paper. They knew what it was gonna look like. Did anyone notice it looked just like a swastika? Did nobody notice that? Did nobody think, this is a little odd, and this could be seen as extremely disrespectful to many people? Even though you so-and-so, whatever your name is, didn't mean to design it like this, we need to change it. This is a huge issue, in my opinion. It resembles a swastika. Where there's smoke, there is fire, people. Must I say it again? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Sparks continue the debates about the New World Order, or the debates continue about the New World Order, especially because of things like this. The tunnels, there are tunnels below the underground buildings. So there were like 5 buildings that were put underground, and then they were moved underground or something below the airport, and they built tunnels to connect them. And this is the underground facility that I'm talking about. It's an underground base, and the bases of about 4 or 5 different bases, they look like houses in an aerial view, are connected by the tunnels that look like, wide lines in the aerial view. So you have these tunnels connecting these buildings underground. What for? I don't know. But we do know there is a sprinkler system installed in all of the tunnels. And that is a little bit, it doesn't sit very well with me. When I think of sprinkler systems installed in dark underground facilities, my mind wanders to Holocaust, where people were put into rooms of sprinkler systems and told they were there to take showers and were killed with poisonous gases. So it really reminds me of that. Now, how big is this area underground? It's supposedly 88.5 square miles long. The tunnels add up to about 88.5 square miles long. Now remember, the square miles of the actual airport is 50,000, but the underground facility is 88.5 square miles. I believe this actually might be twice the size of Manhattan, not the 50,000. So don't quote me on that, because at least this is part of the same segment. So it's either the airport or I think it's the underground facilities that's twice the size of Manhattan. Sorry, my bad on that. Anyway, it's huge. So elites are reportedly also buying property by the DIA, and that would have to be obviously independently investigated more in depth. I'm going to bold that. We need to check that out. But, it's said that the elite in this New World Order system and the skeptics, they think that, there's a group, the Illuminati, the elite, the enlightened ones, whatever you want to call them, that they hold power and that they will establish a one world government. And like we saw in the video, the only way they can do this, the only way they can control the world is if they narrow the population down significantly. And rumors have sparked that they would like to lower the population down to 2 billion, cut from 7 billion. So what happens to those 5 billion people? Who knows? So anyway, there's also a very interesting statue in front of the airport, and it says the New World Airport Commission. And who knows why they would label it the New World Airport Commission? I don't know. There's a preview of Blucifer. This is the nickname for the stallion, for the Mustang, in front of the airport that people get to see as they're taking off and flying on a plane to go to their destination. That's the warm picture they get to see out of their airplane window before they take off. That's a little bit scary. So we're gonna continue with this when we get back from the break. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I hope I haven't worried any of you out there, but I'm personally working on my underground bunker right now, and no, I haven't, but I would like to after watching this video. So anyway, stay tuned into the Katy Sissine show. Whew, you never know on the Katy Sissine show. You just never know, people. So you can follow me on Twitter at KatyFYNTV. I'll be sure to keep you entertained, and you can email me at katy@fetchernews.com.
It's a new year. New you at Schottenkirk Ford Jasper. Ring in the new year with huge deals on a brand new Ford. Right now, get exceptional offers like 0% financing plus a $1,500 factory rebate on a new 2017 Ford F-150 XLT. Or get 0% financing plus a $1,000 factory rebate on a new 2017 Ford Explorer. Make your resolution a reality during the New Year, New You sales event at Schottenkirk Ford Jasper, home of the Schottenkirk Customer Guarantee. Visit us online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
El Rey and Alludes.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Alludes.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Hello, welcome back to the Katy Sissine Show. And you really just never know on the Katy Sissine Show addressing the indoctrination of the nation. Now we're talking about the New World Order. So we talked about the Denver International Airport that we see in the background here. This is a very beautiful photo I found on Google. And it is over 50,000 square miles. There's an underground area of over 88.5 square miles. There's elites reportedly buying property by the Denver International Airport, also known as the DIA, which is what I'll refer to it from here on out. The aerial view of the runways resembles a swastika, which has caused much concern because you'd think if anybody put out the layout and the aerial view of the runway, which they would do before it's being built, you would think there'd be an outrage over the fact that the layout looks just like a swastika. If you simply move one line over to if you simply move the furthest left line over to the middle line, it is exactly that, and that is just completely unacceptable when we're talking about a project as big as this. So it's skepticized that the elite are behind this whole plan, that the New World Order is behind this, and that it's either set up as a place for mass genocide or as an underground safety bunker after nuclear war. There's various theories and people keep making them. Now, the interesting thing is that there is a, whatchamacallit, not a statue, but a podium made out of stone that, you know, that says the establishment date of the airport and other official information. And it states on the statue, New World Airport Commission. But there's no such thing as a New World Airport Commission. And what are they doing calling it the New World Airport Commission anyway, when they know all of the skepticism that surrounds what's been referred to as the New World Order by by the Bushes, by Clinton, by Soros, by politicians and political activists throughout history, leaning toward the left. So, well, also, and you know, Bush and his father, so not even leaning toward the left. This has been overtly expressed by people around the world. So, New World Airport Commission, non-existent. The airport is too big, it's abnormally large, it's got an underground area with a sprinkler system installed. Very, 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 extremely strange. So now we're moving on to something that, if this hasn't been strange enough already to you, then if this isn't strange to you, then you're really out there. So let's show Blucifer. So Blucifer is the blue stallion outside of the Denver airport, and when you're leaving on a plane, it's the last thing you see before you take off. I'm sure that's very, very comforting to the people that are afraid of flights. So yeah, very strange. It has red glowing eyes, and it symbolizes the pale horse, which symbolizes death, which symbolizes a mass genocide of people that brings forth a new a new era. So why in the world would they want to have this at their airport? Why would Denver want this? Now, I've always pictured the city of Denver as a happy city. You know, it's mountainous. There's, you know, beautiful places to ski. There's beautiful nature. I mean, I just think of beauty, free-spirited people. But, you know, with all of the liberalism on the West Coast, in Colorado, I think it's a safe place for it to be. If it is something about the New World Order, I think it's a good location because there are much less skeptics of the government of the New World Order, and than I believe on the right side. I believe that there are a lot more skeptics of this on the right side of the political spectrum than the left, basically. So I think Colorado is a safe place for it to be. This reminds me of the book Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper, by Bill Cooper, former radio personality, conspiracy theorist, conservative. You'll notice most of your conspiracy theorists are conservatives. So that's what I mean by that. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conservative. So Behold a Pale Horse connected the dots between the New World Order, aliens, the infiltration of the earth, and the undertaking of humanity as we know it. So, and the Undertaker is the Pale Horse. So, this is some crazy stuff. You can Google this. You can search it wherever you like. This is factual. Jimenez, upon completing his project of Blucifer, the Blue Stallion, Luis Jimenez, the sculptor, he was late on the sculptor completion date. And the project was a $300,000 project, and there's a lot of money in this, obviously. And while he was finishing the sculpture, you know, that he was late on completing, a piece of the sculpture, a piece of the nose, fell on Jimenez and killed him. So he was age 65, and this occurred in 2006. Now, according to Business Insider, Jimenez had already spent a decade on the statue. So this is very sad, you know. So, 10 years after the airport gets up, Jimenez dies, and he's just been assigned to this weird task of creating a blue stallion with red glowing eyes to put in front of an airport. And by the time it's done, he's not able to talk about it to anyone because he's gone. So very strange. Now, Jimenez is he seems like a very nice guy. Here's a video of him we're going to show of Jimenez and how he got into being a sculptor.
My father was an artist from the time he was a very young man. He became a sign painter, and I mean, I just grew up helping my dad, helping him on his projects. Some of his neon signs were actually sculptural projects. I learned how to weld at a very young age. I learned how to paint. I learned how to do all that. The fiberglass I began working with in about 1963. This is the belly section here. I had been working with fiberglass on cars, and at one point I thought I could adapt this material to making sculpture. There's more molds over here. The Fiesta sculpture is a project that I thought of as a kind of bridge. I grew up on the border. I saw illegal families crossing. And my father was illegal from the time he was 9 until I was born when he was 25. I decided that's what I would focus on. And so I thought I'll title it Fiesta, and people on both sides of the border will be able to relate to it. I'm still working in a very traditional process. The materials are somewhat different, but the process is all pretty much the process that's been used for centuries. I was trying to keep the process I used as close to the industrial process as possible because I felt it was I don't know, for lack of a better term, maybe a blue collar process. I didn't want to go for that, that art process.
So we got a glimpse of the blue stallion at the end scene there. So that was a little bit of Luis Jimenez on his history of sculpting. And his father did it, and his father was an illegal immigrant, so he's a great candidate for the job. I mean, he knows what it's like to be discriminated against as an illegal alien through his father's experiences, and he strived to, you know, be relatable, or make the issue apparent. He was, you know, politically involved in that sense through his sculptures. So because of his political involvement through his sculptures, I can't help but wonder if there was some kind of political message with the Blue Stallion sculpture. As he said, he made that sculpture by the border to make people feel, you know, more united and more as one, the Fiesta sculpture. So I can't help but wonder if he makes all his sculptures with political messages. Now let's get to these paintings. So there's murals at the Denver International Airport. So this is mural 1, and it's pretty clear what's happening here. There's a guy in a gas mask, and from him, from his head, is a trail, is a rainbow, which is translated as poisonous gases. Under the poisonous gases, we have weeping widows, and we see the guy in the gas mask stabbing a dove in the you-know-what, and the dove is a symbol for peace. Now let's go on to the next photo, because these murals, there's several, and they're in chronological order at the Denver International Airport. They all have an order to them. So this one, we can clearly see the poisonous gas still coming from the guy in the gas mask. So you can clearly know that's from him. It's poisonous gas, but he's dead. And now there's a rainbow over all the people, and they're all happy. That symbolizes a mass genocide. If that doesn't symbolize a mass genocide to you, then I don't know what does. The guy symbolizes a mass killing, and the rainbow is said to be the poisonous gas, represent the poisonous gas Australian antigen, HBsAg. On a genocide mural, it is used, it is written AUAG. Some people think it's for gold and silver, but actually it's also referred to as Australian antigen. So we'll get back to this a little bit. Tanguma, or Leo, whatever you want to call him, Tanguma. He's a mural painter and a Mayan artist. Now the Mayans predicted the end of the world. Very interesting. What a coincidence. A Mayan painter, predictions for the end of the world, the blue stallion to symbolize death, and the emergence of a new era, and the mass genocide of the current era. There's just too many questionable theories here from this Denver International Airport. I encourage you all to look at it yourselves. Thank you so much for tuning into the Katy Sissine Show today. I love to talk about these conspiracy theories. I hope to get more out soon. Please tweet me at KatyFYNTV and email me at katy@fetchyournews.com. Thanks again for tuning in.